they have been so accustomed to the exorbitant lifestyle that these few royal families are living that now that 75% of their income has been cut, because every month oil is sold according to the price of that oil on the day that it's shipped. And these families now have their income cut by 3/4. They are desperate. They're out there literally clamoring to try to sell the allocations that the royal families have. And of course, you know some of my interests in those things, Jeff.
Sure.
It is amazing what has happened. As a result, I have done something. I have decided to begin producing at least once a month an emergency update. I just finished my first one. I got the master copy of it on yesterday. Now, this is not a radio show. This is just something that I produced in order to give you everything that's happening as of that date, the 22nd of January, right now, today, as of this date. Now, we haven't even produced these yet. I just heard the master for the first time myself today. I was amazed. Now, here's what I give in it. First of all, I give my background, because many of you need to know that I lived with the elite for 3 years' time. Very briefly, I give that. Then I come down to my 35 years since I published my book, Energy Non-Crisis, and how these things have taken place. Then I give the story of the man who called me in June and every one of his predictions. Then I go into such things as the Baltic Dry Index. There's not enough time left for me tonight to do this. To some of you realize that there is a prediction in advance, that there is something that tells you in advance what's going to happen 6 months, 9 months, 12 months from now, according to what is being purchased in the way of raw materials, and this is called Baltic Dry Index, and is the purest leading indicator of economic activities. I go into the detail of this and what it is predicting right now that is going to take place 6 to 9 months from now. Then I come into the tax structure. I only gave it briefly here tonight on Jeff's program. I go into what is going to happen to the states and to the federal government because of this. Then I give what this gentleman gave me as far as the bankrupting of the Arab world. I give you such things as what Saudi Arabia just said, that and it was published in the Dow Jones News Wires. I go on with what happened to Iceland and Belgium. Both of them have declared bankruptcy. I show you what is happening in Dubai, in Nigeria, what happened in Walmart. Do you realize that the day after the election, Walmart sold more ammunition, 4 times more ammunition, in one 24-hour period than they sold in any one given day in the history of Walmart? Now, I tell you why this is happening. Why the gun stores of America were literally wiped out for about a 3 to 4 week period. I go into this oil, a Bakken reserve in North Dakota. My predictions as to what's going to happen for the next 12 months with crude oil and Russia. Oh, you've got to know about Russia and Indonesia. And then wind it up with some other things. Now, 1 hour and 30 minutes, an emergency update. You'll hear all of this given in detail in the intricacies of it. I beg of you, would you please give our 800 number a call? And we have two DVDs, two DVDs that you watch on your television. Then we have a CD, and I am giving you as a gift with that package my emergency update of everything as of this date right now that you're hearing me, and we'll produce this probably every month from this point on as long as I am able to stay out here and keep doing it.
Very smart.
Folks,
good.
Would you do 800-321-2900? Now, my operators at that number, they haven't even had time to hear this yet. They know that it's available. I called them on the phone today and told them I just reviewed it and that I'd never produced anything like it because I give past, I give present, I give future, I give predictions, I give all the details behind it. I beg of you, for the sake of your dinner table, this is not copywritten. Once you get it, I beg of you to copy it, give it out to everybody you can, and help us get the message out there while you can right now. Now, our operators are not standing by tonight, but we will be on tomorrow. I beg of you to call them at 321-2900 and ask them about the emergency update. Ask them about the next 12 months. Ask them about the Energy Non-Crisis DVD. All of these which come as a package, and so many things that you would not have time to give even on a 2-hour radio show, much less. And I go into it in detail, and it no commercials, no anything. This is just me speaking, giving the details and background to all of this. For the sake of your dinner table and your friends, you need to know exactly what I was told by one of the individuals who knows everything that the elite are doing, what their plans are for the next year to a year and a half. So far, 2 of these things, well, actually 3, have taken place exactly as they were told, and I'm so glad that Jeff witnessed my telling this, the fact that crude oil would go down to $50 a barrel, the fact that the oil-producing countries of the world would be bankrupted, and then what would happen in the United States of America. And, Jeff, you're exactly right. I know that you think it's going to take place in 3 to 4 months. I say a maximum of 9 months to 1 year, you're going to see the fulfillment of what this man said to me. America will see a financial collapse that will be so great that it will take years to come out of it.
Well, America is going to renounce...
all of these things happen.
I agree. America is going to have to renounce its debts. It has to. It can't. You cannot continue to print money out of thin air, or you'll end up like Zimbabwe, where they're printing trillion-dollar banknotes now for currency. I mean, it's ridiculous. So this is very good, Lindsay, a monthly update. Excellent. I hope all of you will take advantage of this, because Lindsay has been written about quite a bit in the last few months because of what he has successfully and accurately forecast because of the connections he has. And I hope that you get a chance to call that gentleman again sometime, Lindsay, and just kind of kibitz with him a little bit, if nothing else. See what else he says.
I plan to, and I'm still trying to get up enough courage to do it, Jeff. I know. Admit. I didn't
Send me
his
number. I'll call him. I'll call him, Lindsay. Just send me his number.
Well, if I gave you his name, then I would jeopardize my agreement with him, and then I'd really be in trouble.
I'm being facetious.
But anyway, I hope you saw what happened with Circuit City.
Oh,
they were liquidating. All of this is just a part of this whole thing of America falling apart. 500-plus stores closing.
Gone.
But the startling part to me was what they said after that. They said 13 million square feet of commercial space that has been rented in shopping centers across America will now be empty, laying idle, and 34,000 jobs are being lost, and every bit of this is because of the collapse of the economy, and all of that is a result of the standard currency of the world, which is crude oil and no longer the American dollar. Folks, follow the oil trail, and you will know everything that is going to take place in the political and financial world, because oil dictates every bit of it. The dollar is no longer the standard currency of the world. It is very rapidly becoming no longer the reserve currency of the world. And now that these countries who are oil-producing countries are no longer buying the interest on our national debt by buying our T-bills, you are seeing such things as Circuit City's collapse, and all of the other stores that likewise have lost their space. Many of them have completely closed. And, Jeff, everything, I still sit back and am mind-boggled at the control and the power that these people have.
It is mind-boggling. There's no other word for it. It's just overwhelming. You really, literally run out of words to quantify it.
So what do they have to gain? They have to gain, first of all, to own the banking system of the United States of America. Mark my words.
Yeah.
It is totally being taken over. We're becoming a socialistic banking system. The Treasury of the United States of America has bailed out each of the big institutions. Now, as a result, the big 3 automakers are being bailed out, so they're going to be owned by the same people. Then you turn around and own the real estate of America by foreclosing because people can't pay their mortgages. Every bit of this, all as a result of what the elite are doing.
Amen. Perfectly said, Lindsay. Thanks for being here tonight, and I hope people will take advantage of this. Call that number, 800